using that. Okay, ready? Wait, give me a quick mic check.
Check, check.
Whoop, that's not right. Oh, this will help.
What happened?
One more time.
Check, 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 check.
There it is.
Check, check.
All right. Okay, here we go. Coming down in 3, 2.
Good morning, Columbus, and welcome to another edition of From Our House to Your Home, the Remodeler Showcase. My name's Marty Reed. I'm your host, and the show is brought to you by Frog Hauling. If you want to clean your garage, your basement, your yard, give Frog Hauling a call. And if you're a remodeling contractor and only the best product will do for your customer, think of Frog Hauling. We carry 5 different sizes of containers, so you never pay for more container than you need. I have a repeat guest today. I have a celebrity. You're a celebrity in my mind.
Wow.
You didn't know that?
I'm starting to wonder. Well, not starting to wonder.
You've wondered, okay, a long
For
time.
a while.
Okay. We're going to talk about 2 different things today with our guest. We have Pam Patter, who is the publisher of HouseTrends Magazine. And for any of you out there that are not familiar with HouseTrends Magazine, it's the architectural digest of Columbus, Ohio.
It is.
Is that a good description?
I love that.
It is. What it is, and I'll try to explain it, and then I'll have Pam delve into this later. It is a magazine that kind of is a remodeling magazine.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it shows the projects that have been completed, remodeling projects in the city of Columbus, and so for me, I love the magazine. My wife loves the magazine because one of the things that's really neat about it is you go, oh, that's what people are doing.
Yep.
That's the colors they're using. That's what they're doing with patios, and on it goes, right?
That does, yeah.
And it highlights what we like to say, and this is what we're going to talk to Pam about also, the best remodelers in town. Because most of their work is featured in this magazine.
It is.
And now, the celebrity part of the show, Pam is the member president of the National Association of Remodelers Columbus.
I am. I did not know that made me a celebrity. I'm kind of excited now.
I think it makes you a celebrity.
I'm going to update my resume later.
She rules over all the people in the National Association of Remodelers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're going to back up, though. Let's talk about HouseTrends Magazine.
Okay.
And let's start out by saying if someone out there's not familiar with it, how do they learn about it?
Well, they can go to HouseTrends.com. Our brand spanking new website, and it is awesome. I was talking to one of my editors this morning about coming here and what we talk about, and it wouldn't be Marty's show if we didn't talk about Mrs. Marty, Mary, the lovely Mary Reed, and where she gets her ideas. So Mary, if you're listening, HouseTrends.com, brand new. It's got all of our cities in it, so you can see what they're doing in Tampa. You can see what, whoever's doing anything anywhere. But you can select Columbus and find out what your neighbors are doing, which is...
It's great.
Who doesn't want to know what the neighbors are doing?
You nosy.
I know, right?
No, that's true. And talk a little bit about, I guess, in your words, I kind of gave my spiel for how I view it. What's HouseTrends Magazine?
It is... I think the perfect place to, be nosy, because you do want to know what's going on with the neighbors. But if you're looking to remodel your kitchen, if you're looking for an outdoor space, if you're going to do a bathroom addition, it's the place to go to get ideas. My sister-in-law lives in upstate New York. They bought a new condo, and she gets the magazine because I send it to her. And she called me and said, "You should see my new kitchen." It's like, oh, okay. And she says, "Do you know that kitchen that was in Upper Arlington that had blah, 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 blah?" She described the kitchen.
There you go.
And I knew exactly what she meant.
Uh-huh.
And she totally kind of took that idea and ran with it. And it's phenomenal.
There's nothing wrong with doing that.
Oh, no.
I remember years ago, I used to, I had an architectural digest magazine. And I remember looking at, we had just put a 2-story addition on our house, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But the addition was basically a family room, and it wasn't a vaulted ceiling, but it went up 2 stories. And then
Nice.
all around the upper story were windows. So this room was super bright,
Oh yeah.
open. It was really great. But I'm looking at Architectural Digest, and at that time, there was a 2-story addition, and it was in white woodwork, white beamed ceiling, and this beautiful yellow walls. And I thought, how nice is that? It's so open, so warm, so it. Guess what?
Sounds nice.
Guess what I did? I stole it out of it, and I used that yellow paint, and it was beautiful.
I'm sure.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm a fan. That's kind of I'm looking at the Pam brought in a magazine. It kind of looks like a yellowish gold paint there. in
Yeah,
this
no,
room.
it's. I mean, it does brighten up a room for sure, and with all those windows, you can't
Yeah.
go wrong.
I'm sorry. I say this all the time. I don't mean to offend. I'm not the guy with gray paint. I know it's a current trend.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty, but I like things that are
Well-
bright and I'm sorry.
That's because you're kind of a wild man and a partier. And,
Not really.
yeah,
Okay,
right.
now,
Yeah.
you have a current edition of HouseTrends Magazine,
We
which
do.
is significant because this is kind of the segue. It's a NARI kind of featured magazine.
That's
this
the
time.
upcoming.
Okay, talk a little bit. Well, talk about this one and
Okay.
then talk about the next one.
Well,
later.
the current cover, and go to housetrends.com. The digital edition's there. You can look at it. It's a house in Upper Arlington. It was on the NARI tour, and it was done by Nicholson Builders. And when I saw the photo they submitted for the tour, I called Bill Nicholson and said, "Could you get us into that house?" We went in. We photographed it. The homeowner is just lovely. I made a new friend for life. He's like the best guy ever.
Okay.
Dr. John, if you're listening, you are the man. But the house was phenomenal. We spent the day, we photographed it. One of the coolest things I think about it is they have a television at the end of the counter that pops up.
And I went to this house. I'm going to interrupt. It was the NARI Fall Tour,
Spring.
or Spring Tour.
Yep.
And what was really unique about that TV setup, the TV could spin 300.
I know, it was awesome.
Not only, you've seen the pop-up,
Yeah.
but this TV popped up, but you could spin it 360 degrees.
Yeah.
And I said to, who was it? John Nicholson was there. And I said, "Where in the world did you get that?" And they found it in California. That
Yep.
setup for that TV.
Yeah, it's just the coolest thing.
Well, and how about the semicircular
Yeah.
island?
That's what he wanted. So the homeowner likes to cook. He's a
Yeah.
really good cook, and this was his dream kitchen, and he wanted to be unique and fit the space because the house is a pretty cool house,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and it's a really nice house. So he can cook. I love it. He can cook and he can watch TV, and then he can go sit at the dining room table and watch TV.
He just moves the TV along with him.
Yeah, and I can't say enough good things about the house. I mean, the lighting in it's phenomenal. Everything's custom. Everything had to be built because it's curved.
Even the lighting over the island.
Right.
I talked to John. They contracted with a machine shop.
Yep.
To make the poles that hold the lights so that you absolutely would not see any wiring at all in the way this was
Yep.
constructed. So anyways, that's this issue. Let's move to the next issue because the next issue
Next issue is in
explodes
progress.
all these kind of things. Yeah.
It does. So there's going to be a NARI tour in September. I want to say the 14th and 15th.
Okay.
Pretty sure about that. 11 houses will be equally spectacular.
Yeah.
And we will feature, each house will have a page in the magazine so you can know what you're going to see. It'll show you, I'm going to plug NARI now.
Okay.
PressNARI.org, get tickets, go see these houses. They tend to be clustered so you can see a lot of them in the same day. And you'll get ideas. I mean, you'll get phenomenal ideas.
Well, as I always say, the good thing about that tour is you get to see the work.
Yep.
And you get to meet the remodelers.
And in some instances, you meet the homeowner who will
Yeah.
tell you about their experience, which if you're going to have somebody in your house for 2-3 months doing a big job,
Yep.
you want to make sure that you kind of like them.
I have to tell you, I always go to the tours. My
Mhm.
wife and I make a point of going
Oh,
to
they're
the
phenomenal.
tours because, I mean, well, let me explain. I walked into the one house and they did a kitchen.
Mhm.
They had a fire, okay,
Yes.
right? And it was J.S. Brown did their remodeling, and they had a dining room that was done, kitchen, laundry room with a little bathroom,
Mhm.
okay? And my wife walked into that. It was just a little half bath, and she fell in love with the wallpaper. It was that red wallpaper with the black
Yep,
horses.
I
that
know the
were on.
one.
And she went, "That is so cool!" And
Yeah.
so, guess what?
Did you get some?
We're getting it.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love that.
Yeah, simple thing like that.
Oh.
And that wallpaper made that whole room. I mean,
Yeah.
sure, the vanity was new and all that, and whatever they did.
No, that was really cool wallpaper.
It was just like it was. Who would not walk in and say,
Yeah.
"I love this"?
Oh,
It
gosh.
was comical.
Well, in the same vein, there was a house also on the tour in Dublin. It was done by Hamilton Builders,
Okay.
and they had teal cabinets in
Ooh.
the kitchen. And you know, you think to yourself, teal, I don't know about that. But it wasn't completely teal. It had white to offset the teal.
Yeah.
And the homeowner just obviously really loves this color. And the risers on the stairs were painted the same color.
Oh wow.
And I absolutely love that house. But they had a powder room. Talk about powder rooms with wallpaper. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm stealing that idea. I am getting that wallpaper. But the house, I mean, it was just an over the top, not crazy, like lots
Yeah.
and lots of money house, but it was, I could live there. I wanted to live there. I made sure to go back the second day to see it again.
Really?
It was that, oh gosh, yeah.
See, I didn't go up to Dublin. I missed that
Oh,
one.
you missed it. Well, guess
But
what?
it's going to be in the magazine.
It is going to be in the
There
magazine.
you go.
We're working on that right now.
Okay. Again, tell folks. Here's where I'm at, folks. If you are thinking of remodeling, okay, you want to learn who the remodelers are. Believe me, they're in HouseTrends Magazine. Okay. If you want some ideas, what's going on locally and how these people work, you can't beat HouseTrends Magazine.
No, you can't. I mean, you can just go straight to the Columbus page and get all of the Columbus stories and see what's going on.
So they need to subscribe. So tell them again how to subscribe.
Go to housetrends.com. A box will pop up. I guarantee a box will pop up and ask you to
The
to
website
subscribe.
works?
It works.
Okay.
And it doesn't pop up as much as it used to.
Okay. Well, that's why they have you as publisher. You
Well,
get these
that's-
things taken
Could
care
be
of.
why there's a new website. No, it's phenomenal. It really is.
Well, they need to subscribe because you're going to have all the pictures of the homes that were in
Right.
there. Okay, when we get back, we're going to take a short break here in just a minute. But when we get back, we do have to talk a little bit about NARI, what it really is,
Yep.
what you do.
Yikes.
She's too modest, I know. She gets all the calls. Hey, we have a problem here, right?
Sometimes.
Well, you get good things.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll talk a little bit about, you know, why you belong to the
Sounds good.
national, how you got involved.
Yep.
You know, I'm a member too.
I know you are. We'll talk about that too.
I've been a member for a while. Okay, folks, stay tuned. We'll be right back. We'll see you in just a minute. I think we start 9:41, so we're shy. We're good.
We can talk about NARI. We can talk about NARI all day.
I figure you got to tie you into both.
Yeah. So you missed George's party the other night.
I did.
It was awesome.
I know.
He is, oh my God. You have to go over and check that place out.
I will wait and go. I was planning on going. Don't know what it was. Got a headache Friday night. Brutal headache Saturday. I think it was the change in the weather or something. I don't know what was going on. I put up a mailbox, new mailbox for my wife on Saturday. After that, I said, don't bug me. Took some Tylenol, just kind of laid on the couch and kind of in and out of sleep all day. I had this pounding headache.
Yeah, that's.
I,
Do you get headaches?
no.
I don't either.
This time of the year, though, when the weather changes, I usually get them in May. When the weather seems to change, I get headaches for about 3 weeks. Then I'm good.
Do you have allergies?
Not that I'm aware of, but I do get a little nasal, so maybe that's it.
That's what I did Facebook Live with Big Sandy on Saturday, and I went home and I took the Benadryl
Oh, did you?
and started mowing grass at 6:30.
Yeah, I keep doing that and doing the gardening. Okay, you ready, Joey?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
We got 3, 2.
Welcome back, everyone. Once again, we're talking with Pam Patter, who is the publisher of HouseTrends Magazine and also the member president of the National Association of Remodelers, the Columbus chapter. So, I have to spend a little bit of time with you also. This is kind of a twofold interview today.
That works.
That works. We're going to talk a little bit about NARI. First of all, tell folks approximately how many member companies belong to NARI.
Oh gosh, 200?
Somewhere always.
Yeah, a little bit more than that. I think
200,
a little north of that.
225. We
Yeah.
kind of up and down a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
And then talk a little bit about types of companies, who the
Oh my
members
gosh.
are.
They're great members, and I think we're in the top 10 chapters in
Yeah.
the country.
Yeah.
And I want us to be number 3, so we're working on that. So
Yeah.
if you're in the remodeling industry, trustnary.org
Yeah.
or call Marty. He'll take your call. He'll sign you up.
Yeah.
Obviously, lots of remodelers, lots of suppliers, really good suppliers. We've got some support people, drywallers, painters, anybody that has anything to do with remodeling a house.
Yeah.
And how often can you say you have a group of 200 plus people and you like every single one of them? I mean, genuinely like them.
Yeah, I think one of the things that, I'm a dumpster guy. I'm the trash man, and I belong to NARI. Talking trash here today. And it's been a great organization for me.
Oh, me too.
I'm one of those services that I provide services to the remodelers.
Yep.
Obviously, and it's been really good for my business. One of the things that I like about NARI is, you kind of said it, it's a group of good people. One of the things that I find really comical, let's take the 5 top remodelers in town. No names, but let's just assume they all belong to NARI, and they're going to be enemies out on the street, bidding on jobs and blah 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 blah. And at the end of the day, they all, hey, I need help. I call you. What do you do here? How would you handle? Do you know where I can find this kind of product? This is what my customers. They all work together, shake hands, help each other.
Yep.
They do all kind of great things.
That's exactly what I say when I talk about NARI. You could have somebody that's your most fierce competitor.
Yeah.
And when you come to a NARI meeting or an event, you get together and it's like, oh, my best buddy's here. And you talk about different things and how your business is and what's going on.
Yeah.
And then you go out on the street and you bid against each other. And
Yeah.
it's all good.
Well, the good thing about NARI for remodelers in particular is it's an educational institution.
It is.
For them. Talk a little bit about that.
So the remodelers can be certified through NARI. We have folks who have many initials after their name. Master Certified Remodeler, Universal Design, Certified Remodel. There are tons of them, and I would be...
We provide the continuing education for all those
you take the
trades,
course and you get certified.
Yeah.
And it's good for consumers to know that you've been trained and you keep up on what's going on. And, there are educational classes all the time. Lead paint, what do you
safety.
call it?
There's just everything for them.
Exhaust fans, ventilation. That's what
Yeah,
we're looking for.
Yeah, can you imagine that? Just a course on ventilation.
I was in one of those, and I don't know anything about ventilation.
Yeah.
I do now, but it was really interesting, and it was, who knew?
Yeah.
We had code officials in for a meeting, and there were tons and tons of remodelers there, And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know what they were talking about.
No, there's
But
certain.
I was there.
Well, you do a magazine, I do dumpsters. When they're talking code, I go, I don't know what he's talking about when
Yeah.
it comes to electric. I don't do that.
No,
Yeah,
exactly. So you kind of smile and nod
Yeah.
and play along. But no, there were a couple of remodelers in there, and there was a young woman there that I'd never met before, and she knew her stuff, and she was asking really good questions of these guys, and they all knew the answers, and they kind of got together, and
Well, that's because they're professional remodelers.
Yep.
As we keep pounding this today, they are the people that are involved in the industry, and they are the people that want to make sure that the industry does things right.
exactly.
So when we have those kind of meetings, our meetings, just to give you kind of if you're a business out there listening, and I'm going to throw some names out, okay? Hamilton Parker belongs,
Yep.
right? So if you're looking Straight and Lumber,
Yep.
Ferguson Kitchen and Bath, the Worley Plumbing,
Yep.
those are the big Sandy superstores. Those are the kind of support staff to the remodelers and support
Absolutely.
companies that work with them.
And those competitors, you mentioned Worley,
Yeah.
Ferguson,
Mm-hmm.
Bathworks, Car Supply, all members, all in the same business.
And you have, I think, 2 or 3 of them on the board of NARI.
Yeah, you're
Lynn
right.
Inskeep,
Yep.
you've got
Ryan Castro.
Ryan Castro. So that's what I mean when it's all
Yeah.
friendly. So if you're a business out there and you don't belong to NARI and you're in the remodeling industry, you're really missing out.
Yeah, you really are.
From an educational standpoint and in particular from a networking standpoint,
Yes,
because all of the NARI people work together.
absolutely. Well, somebody said it. I think it was Marty Reed that said it. We're thick as thieves.
Yeah.
And we are.
Yeah, I tell new people that are looking, we'll get guests and they're coming to join NARI, and hey, what do you think? And let me tell you a little bit about NARI, and then I go, and you shouldn't join. And they always give me this look.
Like, what?
And they go, what? And I go, no, let me explain to you why you shouldn't join NARI. Because NARI, we're thick as thieves and we do business with each other.
Absolutely.
We're going to choose to do business with a NARI member over a non-NARI member anytime we can. So how do you get to know the people in NARI? You come to every meeting. If you're not coming to
Yep.
every meeting, don't join.
Yeah.
This is not something business is going to
No.
come to you just because you decided to join the organization,
Well, yeah,
right?
you have a sticker on your door that says you're a member of NARI, but
Yeah.
nobody knows who you are.
Right. So how are they going to
So,
do business with you?
yeah.
It's all about relationships.
Oh, absolutely it is. And, that's, yeah.
So let's talk. We talked a little bit as it relates to HouseTrends Magazine
Mm-hmm.
about. We'll divide it up in public events and kind of NARI events.
Okay.
We have 2.
2 tours.
Talk a little bit about what that really is.
So in the spring and in the fall, there was one at the beginning of May, home tour. I think there were 12 houses on that tour.
Mm-hmm.
HouseTrends gives a preview. There's a NARI section where you can go and see what everything's about. It gives you instructions on where to get tickets. And you can pick and choose, you don't have to go to every single house.
Right.
Same thing in the fall. It's coming up, September. It'll be here before we know it, which is crazy. But it's the perfect place to get ideas, to judge the remodeler's work.
Yep.
Um,
Delaware. Women. We also
yeah,
do
that's
community
something.
events.
That's something I'm really proud of, and I think we all should be. Delaware City Women's Club. 2 years ago, we redid their kitchen. It's not really a halfway house, but it's for women who are in a little bit of trouble and they need some place to go, and this is kind of a safe haven for them to go.
Yep.
And their kitchen was, remember your grandmother's kitchen, like the
Yeah.
1950s, not so great
Yeah.
kitchen. We went in, we ripped that thing apart, and we put in this beautiful new kitchen, and they were so appreciative. And so the next year, they had a bathroom that they needed to have done. Well, actually, they have 2 bathrooms that they needed to have done. The bigger one was a bigger job than we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
So we did the smaller one last year. And again, just thrilled to death. This year, we're going to go back for the 3rd time, and we're going to take care of that other bathroom.
And that's the community service
It's
work
community
of NARI.
service, and it's just, it makes you feel good, and it's fun. I am really good at demo. That's my skill.
Destructive person. Okay,
I know, right?
I almost touched your eye. No, Pam has poison ivy here today. But anyways, then we talk a little bit about for members, how we get together. We have golf outing. We have the end of the year Cody Awards.
Yeah, so it's in August. It's at Oak Haven Country Club in Delaware.
Mm-hmm.
Golf outing for the members. All day event. It's a scramble. I was going to play this year, but I haven't practiced, so I'm not gonna. But Marty will be there.
That means you're going to show up, drive a golf cart, and be the beer lady.
No, I'm just going to drive the golf cart.
There you go. Okay.
But no, it's a perfect networking event.
Yep.
The vendors will be there. They'll have prizes, all kinds of exciting things.
Yep.
So join so you can go.
Yeah.
And we do have our big Cody Award banquet at the end of the year in December, where remodelers enter projects that they've done, and they're judged by another NARI chapter somewhere in the country. And it's a great party. Prizes are given out. You get to see what everybody did. You get to see the winners. I personally, because I've seen most of them, like to guess who the winner is when I see the pictures.
Yeah.
But
Well,
no, it's just a good time.
Well, the Cody Awards are something that it's held on a local level because there are over 70 chapters of NARI around the country. And then it's if you win at a local level, you go to the regional competition, and then you go to the national competition. And guess what? Who appears in HouseTrends Magazine? All them winners
Well, of
once
course
again.
they do. It's all good stuff.
That's why I can't say it enough. If you want to know what's going on in the remodeling industry, HouseTrends Magazine.
HouseTrends is a place to be.
Okay, you get to tell them one more time how to get it.
Simple. HouseTrends.com. Hop on. Send me a note if you want. I'll answer.
If I do that, will you send me a magazine?
I will send you a magazine.
Do I meet the criteria?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't.
You're close.
We don't know. How much time do you think we have here, George?
3 or 4 minutes.
3 or 4 minutes. Okay.
So let's talk about Mary.
She's referring to my wife. Pam knows Mary. And Pam knows that I tease Mary a lot on this show. But Pam learned how Mary can reciprocate. So
I will say, I love Mary.
I don't understand why that is. You know, people know me, and then once they meet my wife Mary, all of a sudden I'm second fiddle, and they love Mary, and I'm just a byproduct.
Well, you know, Marty was on the board at NARI for, the first few years that I was there. And
5 or 6 years.
Yeah, and he's not now, and I miss him, but just nobody's going to care about this, but the meetings go a lot faster than they used to.
The talking machine left. Well, see, I don't know that that's really why they go faster.
I think so.
You might have people that just don't want to talk.
No.
I'm just kidding.
So, the Reed family, Mary comes first, and then the boys, and then Marty.
Yeah.
And I love him dearly.
Okay. Okay, enough said. Okay, is there anything, we didn't tell people how to, if they want more information about NARI, their website, all that good stuff.
TrustNARI.org.
Okay, or you can just Google NARI.
Yeah, NARI Central Ohio.
It'll come up.
It'll come up. And no, all the events are listed on there, the tours.
Mm-hmm.
You get a preview on there. There's a directory of members, which if you're looking for somebody to do something.
Yeah.
And the other thing that we didn't say is you are vetted. Not just anybody can be a member of NARI.
No.
You're checked out. You have to be a legit in business for a year, good standing with BBB. It's not,
Yeah. So unfortunately, if you're not one of them people, don't go to the NARI website.
Freddie's fly by night. Yeah.
No. And the other thing is though, you're monitored once you're a member of NARI. If there's complaints that come in from consumers, believe me, it'll be followed up.
We do have an ethics committee.
And the ethics committee, you will no longer be a member of NARI.
Yep.
It's that professional. But I would say go to the website because, for example, if you're looking for kitchens, all you have to do is search by kitchen, and all the people that do that will do that. If you're looking for tile, it'll come up tile, carpeting, whatever it is. And you can always call the National Association of Remodelers here. You'll get the executive director, who is Sherry Bates, more than likely. And if you have a question about who should I talk to about this, that,
Yep.
she'll tell
She'll
you.
know.
She'll give you the referral.
Yep. And if you have a problem with somebody that you've used that perhaps isn't a NARI member, we
Yep.
can direct you to somebody that can fix the problem.
Take care of it. Okay, Pam, thanks. I appreciate
Thanks,
you
Marty.
being, again, not enough time.
I know.
Okay.
I miss you.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, thanks for being on the show. I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate it. HouseTrends Magazine, go online and get it. And, as always, go out today, make somebody else happy, and we'll see you next week.